Well, hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. I really missed you. I hope you missed me too, although I was gone for like a year. But thing is, my computer broke and I've been using my mother's old computer ever since. And my mother's old computer is not capable of editing YouTube videos. So I kind of had to take a break. In the meantime, I have been working at a call center, which I quit recently. See, I graduated my physiotherapy course, and the call center was meant to be something temporary just until I graduated. You know, my initial plan was to stay at the call center until I had enough clients to quit it, but I quit it before I got that many clients because you see, the job together with some personal struggles of mine were taking an emotional toll on me, and I literally had a breakdown. You see, I was just super duper tired. I was starting to cry out of nowhere, which is what I normally do when my mental health starts to crumble. I had a mare to treat on Sunday and it was fantastic and I absolutely loved it. And then on Monday, as I was turning the computer on, I just started crying out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my god, I cannot do this anymore. So I just went to the doctor, I explained the situation, and she gave me a week off. And she also prescribed me some sleeping pills to help with my insomnia because I've been struggling with insomnia for years. And she also prescribed me with some vitamins because I could barely even eat anymore. And another very complicated thing about the job is that I was not supposed to have any vacation days until 2023. And this happened on the last week of September. You know, I was grinding, I was working really hard there. You see, at the call center, we got some prize money for the sales we made. And in September, I was actually in the top 10 of sales. I was like in 8th place. But since I missed the last week of September, I fell to the 12th place. I was really giving it all I had, and I felt like I just couldn't keep doing it anymore. Besides, let's not forget, I am not the most sociable person on the planet. To be honest, social interactions literally drain my energy. And I was talking to people 8 hours a day. We often had like 10 seconds between calls. So I just really shut down from my social life. I was avoiding my DMs, I did not have the energy to post pictures actually. I was answering the clients at the best posting time, and I didn't feel like scheduling my posts because that meant going on a very slow computer and staring at it while I was scheduling the post. And I was already looking at a computer 8 hours a day, and that was also awful to me because I have very low screen tolerance. And there was one time when my head started aching and it was terrible and it just wouldn't stop. So I went to the doctor. He gave me that single day off. And he was like, okay, so since the pills you are taking are not helping you, start taking these. And I started taking those pills that he gave me. And although they made things a little bit better, the headache would still not go away. I literally had to buy myself blue light glasses just so I could keep getting the job done. As for the working schedule, I was only working weekdays and I did have the holidays off, but I was doing 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So although I had a bit of time in the morning, it was not enough for me to ride Alaska. So what I did was just, I took him to the field, spent some time with him there, just reading while he lived his best life for a couple of hours, and then I took him back home and got to work. And then at night, obviously I had zero energy at night. So my life basically became walking my horse in the morning, then working all day, then having a bath, having dinner, and then going to bed. A bit depressing, to be honest. Alaska also gained some weight while I was working at the call center, and that is something that I was not happy about. And I also lost a lot of muscle tone. I don't even recognize my body anymore. Like seriously, I was not made for sitting 8 hours a day. Nonetheless, I absolutely love the people I was working with. Seriously, you guys, I was told so many times, be careful about coworkers. Coworkers are not friends. And I feel like I really became friends with lots of people I was working with, and that is something I am definitely grateful for. But the job itself was already taking too much from me, so I decided that the best thing would be to just quit it Even if I was not making enough money with the physiotherapy, it's fine. I still have an emergency fund. I don't have that many bills to pay, so I'm good even without the call center. And now I'm basically just trying to dedicate myself to physiotherapy full time, although it's quite difficult if we're being honest, because physiotherapy is still not well established in Portugal. Portugal is very, very late when it comes to that. The other day I was talking to some potential clients, and then a man goes, he was like, oh, but if we do have to call you, that's a bad sign. And I was like, why? And he was like, oh, because that means the horse got hurt. And I was like, not necessarily. And then I was talking to another man, he was like, how do you even do physiotherapy on horses? So yeah, I feel like people in Portugal still don't know what physiotherapy is about and how it's done, but hopefully with time it will blossom. Anyway, I am still considering taking another career path, at least temporarily, but definitely not a call center anymore. Although I did love the people who I was working with, but it was just not the healthiest job for me. And that is basically it, my 1 year update, where I basically hibernated while working at a call center and taking a course in equine physiotherapy. But I'm hoping now my life becomes more balanced and I can give you all more content. So if you want to see more about me and my sweet Alaska, which I'm hopefully bringing back on the next video, then subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button, and I'll see you in a week.